Mr. Speaker.
Maureen Pugh.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is a privilege for me to stand and take this, my first call in the House. For the benefit of my colleagues, I am based in West Coast Tasman, and I'm very proud to stand here today in support of the Prime Minister's statement. Prime Minister, who has taken it upon himself to recognise the importance of the tourism industry in this country and placed himself in charge of that particular portfolio. Tourism is directly contributing $10.6 billion to the national economy. We are experiencing a very buoyant tourism sector at the moment, and my recent visit to South Westland just last week encourages me that the industry is in good heart and the country is in good heart. The Prime Minister's statement touched on several items that affect the people that live in the area of West Coast Tasman in a very positive way. One of those is the changes that are proposed for ACC, which will be coming in this year. A total of $450 million will be saved in levies paid by businesses and employees. That's $450 million that stays in the pockets of those people. That is a huge contribution back to this nation. When I was campaigning in 2014, the government pledged that it would replace one of the bottlenecks in the tourism sector on the roads in between Greymouth and Hokitika, and that's there is the Tiramakau Road Rail Bridge. Although quite quaint in its design, where you share the road and the bridge with a train, in this day and age it's no longer satisfactory. The government plans to spend $15 to $20 million on replacing the Tiramakau Road Rail Bridge, and this project is expected to start later this year and delivers on that pre-election promise. And I'm very proud that we were able to promise that to the electorate and also deliver. This is part of the accelerated regional roading program. Also part of that program is the realignment of what is called the Minga Bluff, and for those of you who have ever travelled State Highway 73 from the West Coast to Christchurch, you will know that it is one of the remaining narrow sections of road, very windy, and if you've ever had the misfortune of being stuck behind a transporter, you will know that if two trucks meet on that particular section of road, there is simply no room to pass. They actually literally touch wing mirrors. So in this day and age, with the tourist volumes that are making their way across that road, it is very heartening indeed to see this work progressing at such a great rate. And I've got to say too, without too much disruption to the traffic flows along that road. This is a $22 million project being invested into the area, and all going to plan will be finished at the end of this year. This will significantly improve the safety of locals and visitors visiting and travelling across that road. It's also very important for our freight transport operators. Mr. Speaker, another item in the Prime Minister's statement that is of particular interest to me is the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. The industries that benefit in the areas of West Coast Tasman, huge. Dairy, meat, fruit and vegetables, forestry and fisheries. By the time the TPP is fully implemented, the tariff savings alone will value $259 million. That's $259 million nationally that is staying with the growers to grow their business, to employ more workers and to benefit their industries. This is great news for New Zealand. Mr. Speaker, there is an example on the West Coast at the moment of the central-local government partnership. I spoke about this in my maiden speech, where working together produces greater results for Kiwis. This government has pledged $300,000 to help with the employment opportunity in Bulla, and that is a partnership one-to-one with the Bulla District Council. That's going to see workers being able to be retained in the town so that other business opportunities can grow and take up their employment at a later date. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.